Hi guys, today is kitchen tour day. Yay! Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Marianne. I live in Canada with my two kids, ages 2 and 4, and I make videos on simplifying motherhood through decluttering, budgeting, meal planning, simple meals, and more. In today's video, we are doing a tour of the inside of the cupboards of my kitchen. It's finally got to a place where I feel like it works so well for us. It's so functional. I enjoy being in it. I'm gonna take you through all of our cupboards and see how we organize things, what we keep, what we don't keep, and hopefully that kind of inspires you and gives you some maybe tips and tricks that work for your kitchen to help it be more functional as well. What you'll see is it's a super simple, basic kitchen. It's like what you would see in a standard home. It's definitely not renovated, it's not new, anything like that. In terms of counter space, it works for us, but it is there's not a ton. We don't have a big island or anything like that. So this is more kind of a real life tour of our kitchen cupboards, and I hope you like it. Let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna start with the cupboards right above the fridge. So in here, we just keep a few things. Top is a couple of big pots, a pot and a big roasting pan. And then this is our party box. So it has napkins, party napkins, balloons, that kind of thing. If it doesn't fit in there, then we don't keep it. So it kind of limits what we have. Next is the shelves right next side. So bottom shelf here is glasses. In here we keep toothbrushes. In the mornings we do them down here in the kitchen just to save time. Next up is pantry. So this is basically the way I organize these two is top one is more baking stuff. So basically anything sweet like baking soda, baking powder, cinnamon, whatever. And then down here is savory. So salt and pepper and all that stuff, steak spice. And then the middle is olive oil, vinegar, that kind of thing. Next is the cupboard right above the stove. And so we keep our cookbooks. That binder's my recipe binder, which I'll show you in another video. Any glass jars, all of our travel mugs and travel water bottles, wine glasses, and over here is shaving cream. We used it for a kid activity, but that's a good little extra space if we have gifts or something random that I need to store, because we usually keep that pretty empty. And then just between the fridge and the stove, we have a drawer which has all of our linens, I guess you might say. Our cooking gloves. We use paper or cloth napkins and placemats, cloths. And these are, do you guys have these wax covers for food storage? I love them. I have them in a few sizes. And I don't have drawer separators or anything, but these are some just little dollar store, the ones with little grippies in the bottom. Super handy. Good just to keep stuff a little bit separate, but definitely not necessary. Next is our Tupperware. This little it's a container within a drawer just to keep it all controlled. I've had that forever, I think from the dollar store, but it's worked awesome. And then I just have the little container within it that holds the lids. Bottom drawer, mixing bowls, and our colander. So over on the other side, above our beside the sink, I guess, this is our main cupboard, plates and dishware. Bottom two shelves are our everyday bowls and plates. And then above that is more our casserole dishes and any serving dishes we have. I don't keep a ton, but the ones I do keep, I use constantly, and I love them all. So I love any of the white. You can see I have a bunch of the white platters. That's that green one is my go-to bowl for a potluck salad. And I have another casserole dish. I have 2 of them. Those are my faves. And then this kind of a corner cupboard. I feel it's an issue with a lot of people, because it can get cluttered and it's easy to not be able to reach everything. This is all kid dishware. I'm obsessed with these little bowls. And then our cheese grater, which we use constantly. I have a spiralizer and then a submergible blender. And then the top 2 are just loaf pan and cake pans that I use less frequently. And then our bottom drawers here. So this is our main cutlery drawer. Everything's in here. We have standard forks and knives and all that jazz. And then I keep like, again, I don't have drawer separators, but these little plastic, I just toss them just from the dollar store. And then I'll show you where I keep things like our potato masher that we only use once a month. Next drawer down is pots and pans. And the bottom drawer is our crock pot and our salad spinner. So I'm not a gadget girl, I know, but that salad spinner I use all the time, and we're pretty big into the crock pot too. And then underneath the sink, it's just standard. We have our garbage and compost or recycling bin. We just toss all of our recycling in one bin and then we store it in the garage. And then I don't know what you guys have. We have a compost pickup in our area, which is awesome. And then in behind there's like, again, that kind of sometimes dead space. I have one huge pot that I use for like soups and chilies and stuff like that. And then I have like the classic IKEA bag organizer. We use reusable bags at the store, but somehow still end up with all of these. Up above the microwave, we keep 2 items. Our kettle on one side, we use instant coffee. So that's how we make our coffee. And then the other side's our blender. Down below the microwave, we have this cupboard here. It's kind of a nice like open space. It's our cutting boards and traditionally like our lunch bags. Some of the lunch bags are being used right now, but it's also pretty open. Like it's never really packed. So say we have something that we're just storing temporarily, like a giant Tupperware or Christmas stuff or something like that. It's nice to have this extra space. And then above that, plastic junk drawer. Again, we just use these little white containers from the dollar store that we use for drawer separators. This is like a little old jewelry bag that I use for our spare keys. Charger, our other tech stuff, we have like a whole tote just for like chargers and stuff like that, but we just keep the one here that we use regularly. This is just like a little Ziploc container that holds elastics, anything we use for like our food storage. A little pack of Post-it notes for our notes. And then we have two little bags here, like they're just pencil cases from the dollar store. And this one actually holds like pens and markers. And then I keep our meal plan there as well. So next, this is our longest pantry. Like again, stuff that I use less regularly at the very top. So our food processor at the top. Down here, we have this white bucket. So this is where we keep, like I mentioned, our little potato masher or anything that's like a utensil, but we don't use regularly. And then I have like in the back, this hand mixer. This level is our food storage, like our food wrap bags and stuff like that, our toaster. And in behind is Play-Doh. Next is the pantry area. And I would say that's probably where we focus the most in terms of like trying to keep it organized. Cause I find that's where it's easy to get out of hand. And the easiest way we do that is to store less. So other than like some items like that are like rice, stuff like that, we only keep on hand what we're kind of using in that food period. Coffee and sugar and butter. In behind is where we have like extras items. So like cans of tuna, canned fruit, extra salad dressing for when it goes out, stuff like that. But I don't keep that super full. Like I only have on hand like a couple extras. And then I guess I would call this kind of like our breakfast snack stuff. So like any of our chips, or our bread we keep in the freezer, but like crackers and our peanut butter. And then we had like a huge thing of saran wrap back there, which I don't grab very often. Again, the key to keep this organized is to have less and try not to shove stuff in the back because that's where it gets lost. In this case, obviously, no one's perfect. All of our baking stuff, which again, I don't grab regularly, so it's totally fine back there. Flour, pancake mix, and sugar. For like decanting, I use jars we have, and then I'm not like picky with them. Like this has raisins in it, but then when we run out of raisins, I might like use this container for something else. So I don't do labels because I'm just constantly switching out whatever we have on hand and whatever we're using in that moment, that week. This is our pasta and rice. And then our bottom is more spices. So that is our whole pantry, which probably one of the areas that I focus on the most and trying to always keep organized. And right now I am totally in love with it. So the main things to emphasize here is it doesn't have to cost a lot. It doesn't take a ton of time, and it's so nice to have a space that I just love, and it makes our days so much easier. And I actually enjoy being in it without spending a lot of money or taking a lot of time. There you go, guys. There you have it. That is the tour, the inside scoop of our kitchen. I hope you liked it. I hope give you some tips for organizing your kitchen and your spaces so that it's an area you love being in and that works for you and your family. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.